Good morning, students. As you know that we are on the last question of the chapter number first, exercise 4, question number third. So we'll first finish up exercise 4, question number third. Okay. So now as you can see here, third question, the following real number have decimal expansion as given below. In each case, decide whether they are rational or not. If they are rational and of the form P upon Q, what can you say about the prime factors of Q? Okay, means this is very simple, which we've already done, that we have to check whether it is rational or not. For that we have done one more thing, that is Q should be having the factor of 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. I hope everybody remember this thing. Okay, so now I'll take you to the solution part of it. First it is given to us 43.12345678 So what we'll do, let x is equal to 43.12345678 So if I want to remove the point, I have to put zeros in the denominator. See, I have removed the point and there are 9 zeros, so I'll put 9 zeros in the denominator part. Okay, now I can write like x is equal to 43.12345678 upon 10 raised to 9, because there are 9 zeros, so I can write 10 raised to 9. It is in the form of P upon Q. Yes, it is in the form of P upon Q. So now Q can be also written as 10 can be written as 2 into 5. 10 can be written as 2 into 5 whole raised to n. So it is in the form of 2 raised to n and 5 raised to m. So we can say that it is a rational number. It is a rational number. Okay. Second one, the number which is given to us is 0.120, 1200, 1200, 120000 up to infinity. So it clearly states that it is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion. And we have already discussed in this chapter that if it is non-terminating, non-recurring decimal expansion, then it is irrational number. So second one is irrational number. Okay. And third one you will solve by your own in your homework. Third one you will be solving by your own in the homework. Okay. So now we will be starting with the next chapter. Okay, that is probability. Chapter number 15, probability. Okay. So now in this chapter, what we'll be doing, I'll just give a basic introduction about this chapter today. Okay, probability. Probability means whenever you talk probability, we generally use the word probability as probability I'll be coming tomorrow. Probably I'll come tomorrow. This probably means I might come or I might not come. Okay. So it depends upon the probability. If probability high, then we can say that I can come shortly. Okay. So that is called probability. So I'll be giving you some important definitions of the probability chapter. First is event. The collection of some or all possible outcomes of a random experiment is called an event. When we call something like for example, take out the prime numbers from between 1 to 10. Okay, take out that becomes an event. Okay, that is called an event. Second is sample space. The total number of possible outcome of random experiment is known as sample space. Okay, possible outcome. What can be the possible outcome? For example, if I take prime numbers between 1 to 10, so it will be 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, these are the 4 possible outcomes. That will become our sample space. Sure event. Sure event means event is going to happen. Whatever we will do, event is going to happen only. For example, I'll give an example. Tomorrow there will be, say for example, Saturday. Okay. So today if it is Friday, then tomorrow will be Saturday. Clear? So it is surely going to happen. Sun rises in the east and sets in the west. So it is sure event. It is going to happen. Okay, that is called a sure event. So an event associated with random experiment is called a sure event if it always occurs whenever an experiment is performed. Okay, whenever the experiment is performed and it is going to happen compulsorily, then we can say that it is an sure event. Impossible event, an event associated with random experiment is called an impossible event if it never occurs when experiment is performed. Means it will never occur. Say for example, I'll say there will be snowfall tomorrow in Rajasthan. Okay, so it is an impossible event because according to weather reports since last 100 years, we can say that, or more than 100 years or 200 years, there is no snowfall, or more than that years, there is no snowfall in Rajasthan. It is an impossible event. Okay. So now how to find out the probability of event? Probability of event is equal to formula I have written here, number of favorable outcomes upon number of all the possible outcomes. So favorable outcome will be written on the numerator and number of possible outcomes will be written in the denominator part. Okay. And one more thing, that is complementary event, that is called if P of E, that is probability of E, plus if I have written E dash, that means probability of not having E. Okay, if I am writing E dash, that means probability of not getting E. Probability of E plus probability of not getting E is equal to 1. Okay, is equal to 1. This is the basic thing which you have to understand about the chapter probability. Okay, I hope everybody write this in your notebook. Okay, and then we will go further in this chapter in our next lectures. Okay, thank you.